about the significance of what this franchise has been through the last 4 years, missing the playoffs. You had an opportunity today, maybe you didn't expect last night, and just how you seize the moment and what it means to win the division.
Yeah, you try and just play the game, regardless of what's going on around you with other games. You know, we've had opportunities in the past, and you know, we had a game here I wasn't able to be a part of, but you feel comfortable going into those games. We hadn't, you know, obviously won that. And today was kind of, you know, similar type of feeling. I just think we're a better football team. I think that we're better in both phases, and it's just great to see the guys go out and play a really good football game when we needed it. Proud of them.
Tony, was it what you've said before, though, that good teams win in these situations?
Yeah.
And we had a situation.
Well, I mean, it was a couple of those years. I thought it was. I mean, when you look back, you know, we weren't very good, but we did a really good job to get ourselves in a position to have a chance. And that's hard to do, just to have a chance to win the division. And you know, the funny thing is we've gotten better, and now we're a better ball club. I think it took more wins to do it, and you know, the East just got better, and you know, I think the guys worked every bit as hard in years past. I just think it was just a different group we have right now that allows us to put a lot of pressure on the opponent. You can win more games when you have multiple people who can be good.
How important was it for you guys to get off to a fast start, knowing that the Eagles had lost the day before and the Colts basically had already won the division?
I think you always want to get off to a fast start. I mean, that helps you in any game that you're going to play. Doesn't always happen, but to have the ability to go out there and make them semi-one-dimensional helps everybody. And you know, for us offensively, it's like we don't care about the score. Just put your head down, put your foot down, put the pedal down, just go do it, and execute each play. And we'll worry about the score when we get in the final 5 to 6 minutes. Up until then, that's all you're trying to do.
Meaningful at all, Tony, that you did set the record on a touchdown pass to Witten?
Well, I think when I look back, I mean, right now it's still too new, but I think, you know, one day when you look at it, I think it'll be special just because me and Jason have been through it all together. I literally was on the bus from the airport when we arrived in Dallas together, our first rookie mini camp. So, you know, he's obviously got a special place in my heart. I want more success for him than maybe anybody else on the planet. He deserves it. I want him to have that. And for him to be the guy is just a bonus. And, you know, he's done it throughout his career.
Can you describe that play, what it was?
Yeah, we had 3 what we call seam or go routes on one side. We actually had 4 total on the routes. And we had another receiver doing a different type of route. I don't want to explain too much, but you know, you look off, you go through 1 to 2, and then I came back, saw the pre-snap look, and then knew I might have it late, and I ended up going from Cole to Dez over to Jason on the play, and just, you know, reacting to understanding where the safety was. You can't turn and go from the right and then come back to the left and throw down the seam unless you know the safety on which side is going to be wide. And he did. He went wide, so the receivers on the outside did a great job making him have to respect that. And then the defender wasn't looking. So if the defender's not looking, you know, I always felt like the guy's not covered, just because he's not going to have a chance to make a play on the ball. So even though the kid was close and in the vicinity, his eyes weren't really, you know, in position to make a play.
Did you feel in the groove from the start in your 18-19 coming out of the gate?
Yeah, I mean, this felt the same as last week. I mean, more than anything, when you're feeling good, you feel healthy, I feel very comfortable throwing football. That was one of the big reasons I talked about in the preseason, was just I knew where I was going with the ability to throw a football and throw from different positions, off your back foot, to the left, to the right, from a stationary position, tall, you know, driving through. And those are the things you try and work your butt off through your whole career, so you get to a point where it's not dependent upon everything being perfect to do it. You know, and this is probably too much detail, but one pass is just an indiscreet play in the game. It's an out route to Jason. But I slide left and your body weight's moving left, and then throw back right. Well, your shoulders and everything move left, and you still got to throw it to the sideline on the right. And it's, you know, I feel comfortable doing it. But when you're younger, it's harder. It's like you got to have a lot of stuff work with you. You got to get your feet back over. your feet don't get into position, can you still throw with just your shoulders and your upper body and put it to the sideline on the opposite edge? I think that those are the things that come with age, experience, and really just working your butt off to technically, you feel like you're trying to perfect your craft. And, when you're feeling good in that rhythm, just throwing it, then it's just, I've always felt like I could read it and see it. That was never, it's just, you need the fundamental aspect of the game to really take the next step. I think, I've done a better job of that this year.
What did it mean to you guys that DeMarco was able to play, and what do you think about what he was able to play?
Yeah,
through?
it was incredible. That's, make no mistake, that's an uncomfortable thing he had to go through tonight. And I'm just proud of him. He's exactly what you want from a running back. Emotionally, he has the right temperament. Physically, mentally, he's there every day. He's the ultimate team guy that we probably have. And, I just love the kid. He's a great kid. He works as hard as anybody I've been around. He deserves all the success coming his way.
Talking about the rhythm a minute ago, Tony, obviously you're building week to week now. It looks like you're getting stronger and really beginning to peak out at the perfect time. Talk about that just a little bit.
Yeah, our team has done a good job. We've changed a couple things that we think are helping, and I'm not going to go into detail on that, but I think it'll continue to help us have a chance. We ran the ball well all year. That obviously helps. But I think the guys are just playing and executing and really just doing their job at a high level. And if you can keep that up, you have a great chance to be successful.
Your statistics say you've had the greatest year of your career. Would you agree with that assessment, and how much is it having a better team around you?
Well, I think we're all judged off wins and losses. In that regard, this would be near the top. Specifically, I'm a better player. There's no question that I'm much better now than I've ever been, for a multitude of reasons. Obviously, saying all that, if you didn't have a football team, it's the ultimate team sport. If I didn't have guys up front who could buck, if I went back 3 or 4 years, it'd still be very difficult to maintain high-level play week in, week out. And for you to kind of do things at the quarterback position, you need help. Saying that, you can help yourself by getting better at the stuff I mentioned earlier. And it's a long way of saying, this is probably, for me, just like I've always said, if you haven't improved from the year before, it would be very disappointing and difficult to know as an athlete or as a competitor that, okay, I'm not quite as good as I once was. And playing that first game of the year, I literally felt that, boy, maybe I'm not the same. And that was tough. But, I didn't physically feel right. And since then, with the stuff that I've done, it's been great to kind of see that all the stuff technically that I worked at came back when the physical stuff did. And then you just keep trying to get better. And, it's been a really good year. It's probably me, I'm playing, I don't want to get the headline.
Well, how important do you feel like it'll be at this point now, Tony, to be able to push forward, hopefully get the victory next week in Washington, and then get that bye week? How big will that be?
Well, we're not into, I know there's a lot of scenarios and things, and maybe there's not, I don't even know, but I think for us, it's whoever, we're going to have a home game, so someone's going to have to come here and play. And, our crowd was outstanding today. They bring that same energy for the playoff game, and I think it's going to be rocking here. I think we're going to provide a challenge with whoever comes in here.
How well are you built for the playoffs?
I'm not into figuring that out. That's a good question.
Thanks, Tom.
Next question.
Is that another thing with the struggles you've had at home this season? Like you say, you're going to get a home game to establish that today very quickly.
Yeah,
going
the
into
struggles at
playoffs.
home, that's interesting. There's obviously, we've been really good on the road, but we played really good teams at home. I haven't been healthy for a couple games, didn't even play one. There's a lot of different reasons that go into it. I could have played better in a couple of those games, and I feel very comfortable about our team playing at home, and I think, I would rather play at home, believe me. It's just, there's a lot of advantages to it, and with the crowd being the way that it is, it's been special.
If Arizona wins tonight, you guys are locked into the 3 seed. Would you want to play next week, even if that's the case, at least a little bit?
Whatever happens, I'll be fine either way. For me, I feel comfortable coming out here playing football. You have an opportunity to do something special, it doesn't come around, and every year. And I think that the guys understand how important it is to grasp what they have in front of them.